and welcome to Sumral, Mississippi, as the Sumral Bobcats are set to face the Hattiesburg Tigers here tonight at Sumral Field. And just a week ago, these two lined up and played each other in a very good bout. But the Bobcats were able to get an 8-3 win in that matchup, and we meet here again tonight. And so Sumral coming into a record, they've won 3 straight games after starting the season 0-2 to bring their record to 3-2. And the Hattiesburg Tigers step into the Leary Knight Field with a 2-2 record. A team that is looking for revenge from a week ago, but Sumral has the mighty Rowan Atkinson, the sophomore lefty, on the mound here tonight. And we are set for a good one. Sumral defeated Seminary Saturday in a nail-biter. And it's good to see Sumral come away with these wins that are tough games, and they're able to squeeze a win out, and they were able to do that Saturday as well as doing it against Hattiesburg in the previous week. They also beat MRA on the road, which is a very good matchup. And so Rowan Atkinson toes the rubber here against left fielder Rod Page, number 11 for the Hattiesburg Tigers. The Tigers line up Rod Page batting first, Romarian Wilson second, Tyler Weatherspoon third, DJ Johnson fourth, Joe Gray Jr. fifth, Quentin Rubin sixth, Chauncey Parham seventh, Tyler Spencer eighth, and Andrew Jordan ninth. And Page squares the bunt, but he pulls back, and he's just trying to get them to throw balls here. So now a 2-0 count here to Rod Page. Rod Page looking to find a way on for the heavy-hitting first baseman, Romarian Wilson. And Rowan Atkinson's thrown 3 straight balls to bring the count to 3-0. So not the ideal start that you want if you are Rowan Atkinson. And he showed bunt 4 straight times and was able to draw a walk. First baseman number 3, Romarian Wilson. So a leadoff walk to Rod Page, and that brings up Romarian Wilson, who had a home run off the scoreboard the last time we played. And he looks at that one for a strike, so Rowan Atkinson finds the mitt for the first strike of his performance here tonight. So an 0-1 count here to Wilson. Page stands at first. And he delivers, and that was going to catch the outside part of the plate. So 0 balls, 2 strikes here from Romarian Wilson. And if you're Coach Davis, that's what you want to see. After a leadoff walk, get 2 straight strikes back in the zone. Let's see if he can hit a spot here. And he misses away. Kind of just a throwaway pitch there to let him see one. So now the count goes to 1-2. Page at first. A lot of speed, but with a lefty on the mound, they'll be able to hold him close. And a breaking ball for a strikeout. So 1 out now for Tyler Weatherspoon. Center fielder number 20, Tyler Weatherspoon. And so 1 out now with a runner on first for Tyler Weatherspoon, the center fielder. Speed all through the Hattiesburg lineup. And that one, a called strike. Coach Beatonball over at third base tells his batter to step out of the box to give him a signal, so we'll see what they do here. Atkinson picks to first, but Page slides back in safely. A beautiful night tonight. And Sumral wearing the beautiful powder blue jerseys, powder blue hat, top and bottom here tonight. Hattiesburg in the black tops and gray bottoms. So no balls and one strike. And that one misses. That brings the count to 1-1. That one barely misses to the right side. And the Bobcats defensively line up. Landon Hawkins at third. Drew Davis at short. Kellen Garcia at second. Jack Miller at first. That breaking ball called strike. Then you have Hayes Rayner out in left. Braylon Harrison out in center. And Braden Smith in right. A strong defensive team here for the Bobcats. Rowan Atkinson has a 1-2 count here on Weatherspoon. And that breaking ball is going to get him. So after a leadoff walk, he's gotten back-to-back strikeouts here. Third baseman number 5, DJ Johnson. So DJ Johnson, the third baseman for the Hattiesburg Tigers, steps in the box. With 2 outs now and a runner on first, so after a leadoff walk to Rod Page, he still stands at first. But now with 2 outs. And that is the perk of having a lefty on the mound. You can really hold these runners. And this one fouled straight back. A good swing there by Johnson. So 0 balls, 1 strike. Here to DJ Johnson. Atkinson comes set. And delivers. Now he kind of got across of his body. And leaked inside there on Johnson. Atkinson has looked good early in the Bobcat season. A ton of strikeouts so far and a lot of life on his fastball as he's just a sophomore. And that breaking ball right there looked good. So Atkinson's going to have a bright future here with Sumral. And he got the nod here tonight. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. And this one gets in the hands of Johnson. And Atkinson runs it over for the 3rd out of the inning. So we are back here in the bottom of the half of the first inning, and Landon Hawkins sent to lead things off here for the Bobcats. A familiar foe on the mound here for the Tigers, as this was the starting pitcher just a week ago. But the lineup goes Landon Hawkins batting first, batting second Will Rayner, batting third the DH Leo Odom, batting fourth first baseman Jack Miller, batting fifth second baseman Kellen Garcia, batting sixth the shortstop Drew Davis, batting seventh center fielder Braylon Harrison, batting eighth right fielder number 1 Braden Smith, and batting ninth the catcher Turk Hessian. So an early 3-0 count here to Hawkins. And he's looking for an early walk. So 3 balls, no strikes. Here to Hawkins. Hawkins, a Pearl River signee, had a great game Saturday against MRA. And he walks here. Left fielder number 9, Will Rayner. So now Will Rayner steps up to the plate here for the Bobcats. Will Rayner, a very hot start to the season. Somebody who came into the season without starting a game. And now he's worked his way all the way up to the 2 spot here for the Bobcats. A very athletic kid, but also a very strong kid for the Bobcats. And Hawkins gets picked off over there. And Hawkins gets caught leaning. For out number 1. So a good break there for Bryant. So he picks Hawkins off. Now the base is empty. Rayner watches that one in for a strike. So no balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. And Will Rayner cranks this one into left center. And this is going to be extra bases. It bounces off the wall. Witherspoon throws it into second. And Will Rayner with a 1-out double. DH number 4, Leo. And a missed opportunity there for the Bobcats. That would have scored Hawkins. That ball was hit deep into left center. And now that brings up Leo Odom. Leo Odom with a home run this past week against MRA. And he fouls this one off to the third base dugout. So 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out for the Tigers. The Bobcats have a runner in scoring position. And that one misses away. And the 2-1 pitch gets a check swing out of Odom. And that brings the count to 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Here to Odom. Rayner stands at second. And that one gets away from the catcher. So now just 90 feet away, it's a Sumral Bobcat runner. So really, you put anything in play here, he will probably score. The first baseman for Hattiesburg's playing very far away from the bag. And Leo Odom battling here as he fouls that one back into the parking lot. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. And he does it again. So still battling. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Rayner stands at third. And Bryant gets the strikeout on Odom. So now Jack Miller steps up to the plate here for the Bobcats with 2 outs and a runner 90 feet away. And he chops this one to third. It's going to be a tough play for the third baseman. He scoops it up, and he fires it to first, and he calls him out on the 5-3. So the Bobcats 1 run, or no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and they leave a runner on third base. So we will be back in the top of the second. This is Zane Berry, and you are listening to Bobcat Baseball. So we are back here in the top half of the second inning. Shortstop number 17, Joe Polk Jr. steps up to the plate. He was absent in the matchup last week, but hitting in the 5 spot tonight for the Tigers. And Rowan Atkinson still on the mound for the Bobcats. And Polk showing bunt. And now on a called strike. So Polk now with an 0-1 count. Rowan Atkinson working down the stretch here with nobody on. And that one blows Polk away to bring the count to 0-2. Polk, a very good athlete, plays shortstop here for the Tigers. And that one a swing and a miss. Rowan Atkinson's 3rd strikeout of the night. Right fielder number 8, Quentin Rubin. And now Quentin Rubin steps in the box for the Tigers. The right fielder. So after a leadoff strikeout for Rowan Atkinson, he has now thrown 4 straight strikes. A check swing there by Quentin Rubin for strike 1. And that one fouled over the first base dugout, and that brings the count to 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. And Atkinson delivers the strike. And that one just barely misses. And that brings the count to 1-2. He finds that one for a strike, but it's fouled off back into the parking lot. And Rowan Atkinson gets the ball still with a 1-2 count. 1 out, no runners on. The catcher, Chauncey Parham, stands on deck for the Tigers. But Rubin watches that one and brings the count here to 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out here for Rowan Atkinson. And the breaking ball and a great at-bat here by Rubin. Just battling. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. And that one fouled off. And you hear the life out of the Tigers' dugout as Quentin Rubin has had a very nice at-bat, continuing to foul balls off and make Rowan Atkinson throw pitches. And that one misses in the dirt. That brings the count to 3-2. Rowan Atkinson doing a great job filling it up on the mound. 3 strikeouts so far in the game. He's only faced 5 batters. And he gets another one. Catcher number 22, Chauncey Parham. And now number 22, Chauncey Parham, steps up to the plate for the Tigers after Rowan Atkinson finally won the battle and got his 4th strikeout of the game. So 2 outs now, nobody on for the Tigers. And he fires that one in. That one with a little juice on it, 86 out of the hands of Atkinson. But as deceiving as his windup is, it's really hard to say that looks like 86. And now an 85 blows the doors off Chauncey Parham. And that brings the count to 0-2. Here with 2 outs. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And that one, another strikeout for Rowan Atkinson. So he strikes out the side, and we head to the bottom half of the 2nd inning. This is Zane Berry, and you are listening to Bobcat Baseball. So we are back live here in the bottom half of the second inning, and Kellen Garcia steps up to the plate to lead things off here for the Bobcats. Garcia starting to find a groove here at the plate this season. And a healthy swing on that one. And he just misses it. Garcia, an East Central signee. So no balls, one strike, no outs here to Garcia. And he watches that one for strike two. Jared Bryant won't blow you away, but man, he has pitched a good 2 games. He's able to throw strikes. Now a 1-2 count here to Kellen Garcia. And he gets a swing and a miss. Shortstop number 8, Drew Davis. So a leadoff strikeout there by Kellen Garcia, and that's going to bring up Drew Davis. Drew Davis still looking to find a groove at the plate this season. He watches that one for strike one. Davis, the shortstop here for the Bobcats. And he gets himself a hit. Center fielder number 22, Braylon Harris. And now number 22, Braylon Harrison, the center fielder, steps up to the plate for the Bobcats. Harrison, who's been hitting on the leadoff spot all season, has got bumped back down to the 7 spot, just trying to mix things up offensively for the Bobcats. They haven't had the ideal start offensively this season, but you can see them continuously getting better game by game into that midseason form that they had last year. Just a year ago, a lot of these guys were starting in the state championship. As they defeated Ripley in 3 games just a year ago to crown themselves as the 4A state champs. Looking to do the same. Davis stands at first. Harrison takes that one off the back. So now 2 runners on, 1 out for Braden Smith. Right fielder number 1, Braden Smith. The right fielder, Braden Smith, steps up to the plate. Braden Smith, and then the catcher, Turk Hessian. And then back to the top of the lineup with Landon Hawkins. 1 out here for Smith. Davis stands at second, and Braylon Harrison stands at first. So a lot of speed on the bases. If he's able to sneak one in the outfield, be a great RBI opportunity. He watches that one away. 2 balls, no strikes, and this is the pitch he needs to come unglued on. See if he can't put something in a gap. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out. And he takes that one for strike 1. A little inside, not the pitch he wanted. There were no strikes. Braden Smith. A swing and a miss. And that brings the count here to 2-2. Braden Smith now with a 2-strike approach. He takes that one for ball 3. So a full count now here with 1 out. And Jared Bryant really wanting to throw a strike here instead of loading the bases for Turk Hessian. And he hits this one to second. He's going to be able to get one. But they're going to be able to score from second, and Drew Davis comes all the way from second on a double play ball. And that allows the Bobcats to score the first run of the game. So Braden Smith finds himself at first on the fielder's choice, but also gets the RBI there. And now that brings up the catcher, Turk Hessian. Hessian found himself in the lineup after an injury to Cochran. And he has not skipped a beat. Been great defensively for the Bobcats. Pickoff to first did not fool Braden Smith as he slides back in safely. And this one off the fist of Hessian, a funky bounce from the spin. But he throws it to first for out number 3. So the Bobcats score one here in the bottom half of the second inning. And they now lead 1-0 over Hattiesburg. Now the catcher, Chauncey Parham, set to lead things off here for the Tigers, and there's going to be a new pitcher as Rowan Atkinson had to leave the game with some shoulder problems. And Cooper McCoy now pitching for the Bobcats. His first appearance on the year. The freshman, McCoy, working on the windup, and this one popped out to right field. Braden Smith able to track it down for out number 1. Second baseman, number 12, Andrew Johnson. So now the 9 spot, Andrew Johnson comes up to the plate for the Tigers. Quick 2 pitches there for Cooper McCoy. Getting his first out of his Bobcat career. He throws a breaking ball there, a sharp breaking ball out of the hand of McCoy. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. And that one, a fastball. Man, he looks good on the mound. A lot of confidence out of the freshman. So he has Andrew Johnson here with an 0-2 count. 1 out. He misses that one up high. That brings the count to 1-2. Atkinson, during his tenure, had 5 strikeouts and only faced 7 batters. So had a great night going. But some shoulder issues made him leave the game early. The top of the lineup on deck here for the Tigers, Rod Page. And this one's going to be hitting the 6-hole for Hattiesburg's first hit of the night. Left fielder number 11, Rod Page.
That's Jordan, not Johnson. Jordan.
So now the left fielder, Rod Page, steps up to the plate here with 1 out, and Andrew Jordan stands on first. The pick back to first. Not in time to get Jordan. Rod Page walked his first at-bat on 4 straight pitches. He showed bunt on all 4 pitches. Let's see if he decides to bunt here. He doesn't, and that one's a called strike. That brings the count to 0-1. Top of the 3rd inning, the Bobcats with a 1-0 lead. Not much offense. 3 hits in the game so far. And this one's going to be fisted over to third. Landon Hawkins able to jump up for the grab for out number 2. First baseman number 3, Romarian Wilson. So after a fly out to third base, McCoy now has 2 outs on the Tigers. And Romarian Wilson, the first baseman for the Tigers, struck out in his first at-bat. He was one of Atkinson's 5 victims. The wild pitch gets under Turk Hessian. And Turk Hessian goes out to the mound to speak to his pitcher, Cooper McCoy. So 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Andrew Jordan stands on second. And Romarian Wilson stands at the plate here for the Tigers. A guy who can very easily take the lead for the Tigers with one swing. So 1 ball, no strikes. McCoy comes set. He's going to miss that one away. That brings the count to 2-0. With an open base here. No need to really go at Wilson in this at-bat. 2-0 breaking ball, misses in the dirt. That brings the count to 3-0. And Ramarian Wilson yells to the dugout, "Get my hitting coach." And the hitting coach gives him the thumbs up to swing here. And he swings out of his shoes. Oh my gosh. That was the biggest hack I've seen all season. And that brings the count to 3-1 here with 2 outs. The timing pick to second bounces off the glove of Davis. But Jordan stays at second. Probably could have easily got to third. But a bad read. And he stays put. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Ramarian Wilson at the plate here for the Tigers. Cooper McCoy comes set, and he delivers. That one fouled back behind the concession stand here in Sumral. That brings the count to 3-2. So you got a full count, the lefty, Ramarian Wilson. A lot of juice in his bat. He pokes that one foul. Would have been ball 4. But it helps McCoy out, poking that one foul. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. McCoy comes set. Looks at Jordan in second and delivers. And that one fouled back. McCoy gets the ball, heads back to the mound. Still a full count. Here to Wilson. Outfielders playing deep. And this one's going to be chopped to second. Garcia fields it, throws it to first. And that's out number 3. So the Bobcats head to the dugout with leaving 1 runner on for the Tigers. So we head to the bottom half of the 3rd inning. This is Zane Berry, and you are listening to Bobcat Baseball. We're back live here in the bottom half of the third inning, and Landon Hawkins steps up to the plate to get things started for the Bobcats. He chops that one foul. Hawkins walked in his first at bat to lead off the bottom half of the first inning. So now back here in the third, he comes back up, trying to find a way on for the Bobcats. And this one off the fist, it's going to be a tough play. Excuse me, that was a very easy play. Pop up to second base. Looked like it was going further than that off the bat. And now Will Rayner comes to the plate.
Left fielder number 9, Will Rayner.
Will Rayner hammered a double into the gap. His first at bat, and that's one of the Bobcats' 2 hits on the night. He watches that one for ball 1. Rayner has had a scorching hot bat here for the Bobcats through 5 games of the year. So Will Rayner, a double back in the first. 2-0 count, and he's going to chop this to third. He might beat this out. It's going to be a tough play for the third baseman. The first baseman, an acrobatic play over there at first for out number 2.
DH number 4, Leo Odom.
Now Leo Odom steps up to the plate for the Bobcats. He struck out back in the first inning. Odom takes that one for ball 1. Odom with the lone home run on the season for the Bobcats. He hit that one out at MRA. He fouls that one back behind the net. MRA, a really good ball club. And Leo had a gem on the mound as well. He takes that one away. That brings the count to 2-1 here with 2 outs. Nobody on base for the Bobcats. And this one is hammered to left center, and it's going to be back. And it's gone. You can pucker up and kiss that baby goodbye. Leo Odom with his second home run of the season. And that's going to bring the Bobcats to a 2-0 lead here in the bottom half of the first inning. So Leo Odom with a moonshot out to left center field. Now we'll bring up Jack Miller to the plate.
First baseman number 27, Jack Miller.
So the Bobcats with a 2-0 lead now over the Hattiesburg Tigers. And a check swing by Miller. That brings the count to 0-1. That one misses low. Jared Bryant keeping the Tigers in the game. But one mistake there. An extended lead for the Bobcats. Miller with a healthy swing. That brings the count here to 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here for Miller. And this one hammered to left for a 2-out single. for Jack Miller. The bat's coming alive here for the Bobcats.
Second baseman, number 7, Kelly Garcia.
So a 2-out single. I'll bring up Kellen Garcia. Garcia, the lone strikeout victim the first time through the lineup. I bet that doesn't happen again. Garcia visibly upset after that strikeout back in the second inning. Garcia in the box. Drew Davis stands on deck. He watches that one low, and that's a 2-0 count now to Kellen Garcia. Nobody in the bullpen for the Tigers. Oh, a big swing there for Garcia with a 2-0 count. So 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Miller stands at first. And another swing and a miss. Now Garcia has to shorten up here with 2 strikes. Pick to first. Does not get Miller. So he slides back in safely. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Miller stands at first. Garcia pops this one up. First baseman calls it. And he makes it look easy. So Garcia flies out to the first baseman. But the Bobcats able to get 1 run across on a long ball there by Leo Odom. So they have a 2-0 lead here as we head to the top of the 4th. This is Zane Berry, and you are listening to Bobcat Baseball. So we are back here in the top half of the 4th inning. Tyler Weatherspoon comes up to the plate for the Tigers. He struck out in his first appearance. But Cooper McCoy, a great breaking ball there. It's a big swing and a miss. That one misses in the dirt. That brings the count here to 1-1. Weatherspoon, center fielder, a lot of speed. He fouls that one back. Count goes to 1-2. Could be very dangerous on the bases. The Hattiesburg Tigers just looking to get somebody on base so they can show some things. Steal, bunt. They can play a little small ball. And that one's going to be caught on the outside part of the plate for a strikeout and out number 1.
Third baseman number 5, DJ Johnson.
So I'll bring up DJ Johnson to the plate here for the Tigers. And he pops this one up. And it's going to stay in play. And Miller Coach Davis comes out the dugout mad. Not very good communication there by the Bobcats. Miller was just unable to grab it. It's a tough play over there for Jack Miller. Right there on the fence. That gives Johnson a second chance. He now has a 0-2 count on the big swing and a miss. So no balls, 2 strikes. McCoy working out on the windup. Here's the pitch, and that one's going to be strike 3. McCoy really finding a groove.
Shortstop number 17, Joe Polk Jr.
Now the shortstop, Joe Polk Jr. Struck out his first at bat, but he fouls this one out of play down on the right side. A good swing, just battled that one off. Now he steps in with an 0-1 count. McCoy really finding that breaking ball. That's what's going to help him. But he misses that one in the dirt. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. McCoy delivers, but he misses that one away. That one found back into the net. That brings the count here to 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Joe Polk fouls that one. Some good at-bats out of these Hattiesburg hitters. They just hadn't been able to string some hits together. Only 1 hit on the night. The 2-2 pitch just misses outside. That brings the count here to 3-2. Polk calls times and steps out. And now he misses high for a 2-out walk. That'll bring up the right fielder, Quentin Rubin.
Right fielder number 8, Quentin Rubin.
So Quentin Rubin, a strikeout victim, his first at bat. Now Polk stands at first, and I would expect him to steal at some point during this at bat. Rubin watches that one low. McCoy picks to first, a good pickoff move. But Polk slides back in safely. Polk with a big lead. Stays at first, and that breaking ball misses high. And now Quentin Rubin. 2 balls, no strikes. You can tell McCoy a lot more comfortable out the windup. He finds that one for strike 1. Eschen was set up away there. Pitch was thrown inside, but he was able to scoot over and catch that one. Eschen blocks it to keep it in front. The breaking ball in the dirt brings the count here to 3-1 to Quentin Rubin. McCoy trying to avoid back-to-back walks. Fires it. He's going to miss inside, and that's going to bring Chauncey Parham to the plate here with two runners on. So Coach Miller heads to the mound to have a meeting with his pitcher, and we will be back after the break. So after a quick little mound visit by Coach Miller, McCoy ready to toe the rubber. Here with 2 outs. Runners at first and second. Chauncey Parham, a strikeout victim, in his last at-bat. And that one misses low for ball 1. McCoy trying to get a groove. Started off the inning very nicely with back-to-back strikeouts. Now after back-to-back walks with 2 outs. And then that one gets under Turk Eschen. Now the runners at second and third. Joe Polk stands at third and Quentin Rubin at second. So Chauncey Parham can tie this ball game up with 1 swing. And he tries to there, but he swings and misses. McCoy kept that one away from Parham. You can really see a difference out of the windup from McCoy. And this one's going to be chopped to second. Garcia tosses it over to first easily for out number 3. So the Tigers strand 2 runners. And we head to the bottom half of the 4th inning. This is Zane Berry, and you are listening to Bobcat Baseball. Now the shortstop, Drew Davis, steps up to the plate. He's 1 for 1 on the night with a single back in the 4 hole. He's trying to get things going offensively for his junior campaign. Excuse me, sophomore campaign. He watches that one away. Davis, the 4A player of the year just a year ago as a freshman. 2 balls, 1 strike, and he takes that one outside for strike 1. He pops this one out of play. That brings the count here to 2-2.
First baseman.
And Davis fouls that one back into the net. So staying alive here with 2 strikes. Davis watches that one in the dirt, and that brings the count full. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. Braylon Harrison stands on deck, and Braden Smith up next after him. And a leadoff walk here for Davis to get things started in the bottom half of the 4th inning.
Center fielder number 22, Braylon Harrison.
So Braylon Harrison steps up to the plate. He is 0 for 0 on the night. He got hit on the first pitch he saw tonight. And now he squares to bunt. He's calling that one foul. Was showing bunt to let Drew Davis steal, but didn't pull it back in time, and he fouls it off for strike 1. That sends Davis back to first. So Davis stands on first. And he picks to first, but it doesn't fool Davis. So no balls, 1 strike, 1 out. And Davis able to steal second. So now Davis stands at second for Braylon Harrison. That pitch was a ball and brings the count here to 1-1. Braden Smith stands on deck. This one chopped to third. He's going to throw it to first, and it's going to get away from the pitcher. And the E5 allows Braylon Harrison to reach first and Davis move over to third.
Right fielder number 1, Braden Smith.
So now Braden Smith with another RBI opportunity. He got one to score the first run of the game on a fielder's choice, and he can do it again here. Harrison stands at first. Davis stands at third. Not imagine they'd let Harrison steal second base here. And the runner goes. Smith takes that pitch, but now has runners at second and third. Harrison stands at second. Davis at third. The infield comes in. A base hit will score 2. And he hits this one to third. Third baseman having to make a tough play. And that one doesn't look good for Braden Smith. And the first baseman. So we'll be back after an injury. So after the 5-3 and the collision at first, runners still stand at second and third. Here with one out.
Catcher number 2, Turk Hessian.
So now Turk Hessian steps up to the plate. He grounded out in his first appearance. A big opportunity for him. He takes that one up high. Braden Smith. If he would have hit it anywhere else, Davis would probably have at least tried to score there from third. But a great play by the third baseman to get it over to first. Led that first baseman down the line. And that's where the collision with Braden Smith and the first baseman happened. One ball, one strike. One out here to Hessian. He fouls this one. And that foul ball barely scrapes the net. And the catcher catches it off of it. But now, Hessian has a 1-2 count here with an RBI opportunity. Hawkins stands on deck. It's a big at-bat for Turk Hessian. And he fouls that one back into the net. So a 1-2 count here to Turk. And he watches that one away. A good take there by Turk. It's a hard one to lay off of on the slider. Low and away. Hessian watches that one. And that one's low for ball 3. So a good at-bat for Hessian. And he has a full count now with one out. Davis at third. Harrison at second. If he just puts the ball in play, the Bobcats will probably score. And that one misses away, and that's going to load the bases.
Third baseman number 16, Landon Hawkins.
And now the third baseman for the Bobcats, Landon Hawkins, comes up to the plate with bases loaded. The infield still in for the Tigers. He takes that one for strike one. So no balls, 1 strike, 1 out. And Hawkins chops this one to short. Polk makes a good play. So he throws it home for the out. Now the Tigers have 2 outs. But the dangerous Will Rayner steps up to the plate here with the bases loaded.
Left fielder number 9, Will Rayner.
So the 6-2 gets the second out of the inning. And Rayner, not the pitch he was wanting. Now he stands in with an 0-1 count. This one fouled off into the playpen over there down the first base line. So no balls, 2 strikes here to Rayner. And that one pegs him in the back. Good take there by Will. And that's going to extend the Bobcat lead to 3-0.
DH number 4, Leo Odom.
So now Leo Odom, who homered in his last at-bat, steps up to the plate. This one gets behind the catcher. And Hawkins throws on the brakes and goes back to third. So Leo Odom hit one very deep into the left center field parking lot. His last at-bat, he's 1 for 2 on the night with a strikeout. That one misses low. So 2 balls, no strikes. A tough spot here for Jared Bryant. You got to throw to Odom here. But a guy who could make this game 7-0 in a heartbeat. And that one misses in. And the count goes to 3-0 now. Three balls, no strikes, 2 outs, bases loaded for the Bobcats. That one misses away. The Bobcats extend the lead to 4-0. So the pitching coach for the Tigers comes out to the mound. So we will be back after the break. So a new pitcher here for the Tigers, Snoop Page. Number 13 comes in to pitch against number 27, Jack Miller. Miller got a single out to left field his last at bat. He takes that one for strike one. Odom stands at first. Rayner at second. Hawkins at third. Page working out of the windup. Misses that one in the dirt, but a good block there by the catcher to keep it out in front. So 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Here on Jack Miller. A big swing and a miss for Miller. That brings the count here to 2-2. 2s across the board. And Snoop Page misses low on the breaking ball. That brings the count to 3-2. The base runners will be running on the pitch. And this one hit to third base. And he steps on the base for out number 3. So Snoop Page comes in and faces one hitter and gets the Tigers out of the jam. So this is a 4-0 lead for the Bobcats. And we are headed to the top half of the 5th inning. So now, leading things off here for the Tigers in the top of the 5th inning, Tyler Spencer, the DH. He is 0 for 1 on the night. He flew out there to right field to Braden Smith. Cooper McCoy still on the mound here for the Bobcats. Has come in and really done a fantastic job here for a freshman. And he gets a big swing and a miss there by Spencer. McCoy, telling you, out of the windup, he looks phenomenal. But you see that with a lot of pitchers. Some pitchers prefer the stretch. But usually if you're in the windup, nobody's on base. So you have that almost comfortability of just focusing on the hitter. That one misses up. Brings the count to 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. And this one's popped up. Miller's going to have room. And he grabs it for out number 1.
Second baseman, number 12, Andrew Jordan.
So now Andrew Jordan steps up to the plate after the fly out over there to Jack Miller. The Bobcats have one out. And this one's hammered to short. And a jumping play there by Davis. He just cannot grab it. Nicks off his glove and goes out there into left field.
Left fielder number 11, Rod Page.
So a 2-for-2 night for Andrew Jordan. That'll bring up Rod Page. He's 0 for 1 with a fly out to the third baseman and a walk. The top of the lineup here for Hattiesburg. They trail 4-0. And Andrew Jordan has both hits for the Tigers tonight. And that one pegs Page. And he takes off running to first. That's going to bring up Romarian Wilson. Wilson 0 for 2 tonight. First baseman, number 3, Romarian Wilson. It looks like there will be a pitching change here for the Bobcats. A good night there by McCoy. But after two runners on here in the top of the 5th, Coach Miller decides to go to Kellen Garcia when we get back. This is Zane Berry, and you are watching Bobcat Baseball. So Kellen Garcia checks into the game here for the Bobcats on the mound. Garcia, a lot of velocity. So he was running it up to 86 during warm-ups. But Romarian Wilson, the first baseman for the Tigers, steps up to the plate. Wilson 0 for 2 tonight. He watches that one up and away. So a 1-0 count here to Wilson. Runners stand at first and second. With one out, the double play is in order. Landon Hawkins moves over to second base, and Leo Odom checks in at third. And that one, 85-mile-an-hour fastball gets by Marion Wilson. Brings the count to 1-1. Kellen Garcia didn't see much action on the mound just a season ago. But Coach Andy Davis feels good about Garcia being on the mound this season for the Bobcats, and a good block there by Turk Hessian. Keeps things in front and keeps the runners at bay. Two balls, one strike. That one fouled back into the net. That brings the count here to 2-2 with one out. Garcia. A big pitch here. Two balls, two strikes, one out. Wilson calls times. Takes a breath. Then Landon Hawkins says something to Garcia and heads back over to second base. Two balls, two strikes, one out. The breaking ball misses away. That brings the count to 3-2. Not in a spot to walk Wilson here. Three balls, two strikes. And the pitch and a big swing and a miss. And the Bobcats now have two outs. Garcia strikes out the first batter he faces.
Center fielder number 20, Tyler Weatherspoon.
That'll bring up Tyler Weatherspoon. Weatherspoon with two strikeouts on the night. He is 0 for 2. He watches that one for strike one. So Garcia checks into the game with two runners on and gets a strikeout against arguably the best runner in the lineup. Turk Hessian blocks that one in the dirt, is able to keep the runners where they were. So one ball, one strike, two outs here for Garcia. Weatherspoon trying to get the Tigers on the scoreboard. Turned out to be a cold, chilly night here tonight. And this one's going to be chopped to shortstop. Drew Davis goes to second with it for out number 3. So the Bobcats able to get out of a jam. And Garcia, a great two batters there. And the Bobcats head to the bottom half of the 5th inning, leading 4-0. This is Zane Berry, and you are watching Bobcat Baseball. So we are back here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Kellen Garcia set to lead things off. It goes Kellen Garcia, Drew Davis, and Braylon Harrison. Bobcats with 4 hits on the night. And all 4 led to runs. 4 hits, 4 runs, and no errors for the Bobcats, and no runs, 2 hits, and an error for the Tigers. Garcia 0 for 2 on the night. He flew out to first base, and he struck out in his first at-bat. He watches that one for ball 1. Robert Page checked into the game. Faced 1 batter just an inning ago. He missed low and in there. That brings the count to 2-0 here to Garcia. That one misses away. So 3 straight balls to Garcia. And Page fires that one for ball 4.
Shortstop, number 8, Drew Davis.
So now Drew Davis steps up to the plate. Davis 1 for 1 on the night. He's walked and singled. Now he comes up to the plate here with no outs, and Garcia stands at first. Garcia with a lot of speed. I imagine he will try to take second. That first baseman for Hattiesburg has really surprised me. He is just one heck of an athlete. Page throws that one into the backstop. That allows Garcia to reach second. So now Davis has a 1-0 count after 5 straight balls out of the hands of Page. One ball, no strike to Davis. He watches that breaking ball for strike 1. That one in the dirt. Garcia trying to go on the dirt ball read. But he gets thrown out over at third. So a base running error gives them 1 out. So now Davis steps up to the plate with no runners on. 2 balls, 1 strike. And he hammers this one. This could be over the center fielder, and it is. This is going to be extra bases. I imagine Davis will get to third. It looks like he slows down at second. So Davis now 2 for 2 with a single and a double. That'll bring up Braylon Harrison.
Center fielder, number 22, Braylon Harrison.
And that's a tough break for the Bobcats. Kellen Garcia would have scored on that hit if he were not to get thrown out on a costly base runner error over there at third base. But now Davis stands at second. Braylon Harrison stands at first, or stands in the box. Takes that one for ball 1. Looks like we got a pinch hitter on deck.
He's out for Tommy John.
So 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out. Caden Williamson stands on deck for the Bobcats. Williamson's been out beginning of the season with Tommy John, but a guy who really was a leader on this team just a year ago and led this Bobcat team out of the leadoff spot. Harrison takes that strike on the inside part of the plate. Good to see Williamson back. He had Tommy John. Not an easy one to recover from. First baseman, a heck of a play, but he throws that into the dugout. And on the E3, that's going to allow a Bobcat runner to score.
Now batting number 5, Caden Williams.
So now Caden Williamson, his first at-bat of the season, steps up to the plate here against Snoop Page. Page pump fakes over to second. Now one gets thrown behind Williamson. That allows Harrison to move to third.
He played on our team with this pitcher too. Caden did.
The 1-0 pitch. He took that one up high. Count goes to 2-0 now here to Williamson. Now 3-0. And Page misses that one inside, and that's going to be a ball 4 walk. And the pitching coach comes out to the mound here for Hattiesburg to give his pitcher a talk. So we'll be back after the break. So now catcher Turk Hessian steps up to the plate. Caden Williamson stands over at first. And Braylon Harrison at third. Hessian takes that one low. Actually, Braden Smith checked back into the game as the pinch runner for Williamson. And he was able to steal second there. So now with one out, runners at second and third. Turk Hessian takes that one inside. And that one misses inside, so Snoop Page having control issues here in the fifth. That one misses away. And Harrison's going to stay put at third. Turk Hessian reaches via the walk. Now I'll bring up Landon Hawkins.
Third baseman number 16, Landon Hawkins.
So now Landon Hawkins with the bases loaded can really bust this game open. Here with one out. Page misses there. Showing some emotion on the mound. He's having trouble finding the strike zone. So 2 balls, no strikes. And he gets back in the zone there. A great pitch there by Page. And Hawkins fouls it off down the third base line. So 2 balls, 1 strike. That one misses in. That brings the count to 3-1. Rayner stands on deck. And it's Leo Odom who hit a home run earlier in the game, and that one pegs Hawkins. And that's going to extend the lead to 6-0.
Left fielder number 9, Will Rayner.
So now Will Rayner. He's 1 for 2 tonight with a double and a hit by a pitch. He comes to the plate with bases loaded. Page fires a strike there. Working fast, trying to get back in the and Rayner. A big swing and a miss. So a quick 2 strikes there for Page. He's working fast out of the windup. Goes to break him on the dirt. So Smith stands at third, Hawkins at second and at first. And that's a strikeout looking there for Page. And that'll bring up Leo Odom. Leo Odom can end this thing with 1 swing of the bat.
The ace, number 4, Leo Odom.
So Leo Odom, he's 1 for 2 tonight with a strikeout and a home run. He watches that one away. Two balls, no strikes. And he takes that one in the dirt. That's going to bring the count to 3-0. Stu Page working very fast on the mound. The Tigers have somebody in the bullpen warming up. That one misses in and brings the count to, or brings the score to 7-0 on the walk. And that'll bring up Jack Miller. First baseman number 27, Jack Miller. So now Jack Miller steps up with the bases loaded. Here with 2 outs. And that one's going to miss in. And the wild pitch allows a runner to score and bring the score to 8-0. So the winning run stands at second base. A base hit could win the ball game here in the bottom of the 5th for the Sumral Bobcats. Page is trying to get his team in the dugout. But Jack Miller takes that pitch outside. Kellen Garcia stands on deck here for the Bobcats. That one misses low. Now on the count 3-0. Here on Miller. Page misses away there, and that loads the bases. Now Cooper Templeton heads to the plate here for the Bobcats. If you're a part of the Sumral community, you've seen this kid grow up. His father, Jeremy Templeton, the offensive coordinator for the football team here in Sumral and has been for many, many years. So Cooper steps up to the plate, and he could walk things off here in the bottom of the fifth. And he watches that one in the dirt. Coop has a 1-0 count here against Page. Davis stands on deck. Bobcats have an 8-0 lead here with 2 outs. And that one misses behind Cooper Templeton. Brings the count to 2-0. So 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. And that one misses low. It's going to bring the count to 3-0. Page throws a strike. Yells something over there to the Summerall dugout. And Page will leave the ball game. Number 18 for the Tigers will come in. So we will be back after the break. Now Cooper Templeton steps back into the box. As Page got pulled there with a 3-1 count. So 3 balls, 1 strike here on Cooper Templeton. That's going to be ball 4. So the Bobcats 1 run away from sending everybody home. And a new batter heads to the plate. So now Colby Brewer heads to the plate. And it's going to be 1 ball, no strikes here to Brewer. Brewer can end things here in the bottom of the 5th. And that one gets away from the catcher. But Hawkins does not score. Stays put. Now Brewer has a 2-0 count. So 2 balls, no strikes here to Brewer. 2 outs. And this one popped up for out number 3. So we head to the top of the 6th. This is Zane Berry, and you are listening to Bobcat Baseball. So a new pitcher in here for the Bobcats. Brody Sanford toes the rubber here in the top of the 6th. The Bobcats try to hold the shutout. And DJ Johnson, the third baseman, steps up to the plate. Johnson, Polk, and Rubin due up here for the Tigers. So Sanford's first pitch misses up for ball 1. A big swing and a miss by Johnson. That brings the count to 1-1. Ooh, a good breaking ball there by Brody Sanford. That big swing and a miss by Johnson brings the count to 1-2. Johnson 0 for 2 tonight. And now he's 0 for 3. Sanford strikes him out. And Hershen with a good block delivers a strike over there to first.
Shortstop, number 17, Joe Polk Jr.
So now Joe Polk steps up to the plate here with one out. And the top of the sixth inning. That one misses away. So 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. Polk watches a breaking ball for strike 1. Sanford with a good-looking breaking ball. He's been able to spot it up here tonight. And this one's going to be hitting the 4-hole for a single. It's a good piece of hitting there by Polk.
Right fielder number 8, Quentin Rubin.
So Joe Polk Jr. reaches first. Here in the top of the sixth inning, Bobcats have 1 out. Sanford on the mound. Quentin Rubin comes to the plate. He's 0 for 1 tonight here with a walk. Just 2 plate appearances so far on the night. Sanford misses away on the fastball. Some live stream sponsors. BB Geomatics. Lewis and Landry Architects. Bandits Barbecue. Thank y'all for y'all's support in making this possible. Sanford misses that pitch. That brings the count to 2-0. So 2 balls, no strikes. Polk stands at first. Rubin at the box. Hattiesburg with 3 hits tonight. Rubin now with a 3-0 count. The Bobcats just don't want us to go home here tonight. And that one misses away. And back. For 4 straight balls there. Gives Quentin Rubin the walk.
Catcher Chauncey Paul.
Chauncey Parham steps up to the plate. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Polk stands at second. Rubin at first. The double play is in order. Garcia back at second base. And Landon Hawkins back at third. Leo Odom, the DH. Now Sanford struggling to find the strike zone after a good start to the game, or a good start to the inning. There he goes. He throws a strike. That brings the count to 1-1. And a 1-1 pitch. A swing and a miss on the breaking ball, and that's going to bring the count to 1-2. Very good breaking ball there to Parham. Parham. A big swing and a miss. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. And he does it again. They say he held up. That's going to bring the count to 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Polk at second. Rubin at first. And that's going to be a called strike 3.
DH number 23, Tyler Spencer.
So now Tyler Spencer comes to the plate for the Tigers with 2 outs. Brady Sanford, after giving up a single and a walk, gets a strikeout for out number 2. First pitch he throws here to Spencer. It's a called ball. And now a disaster as Sanderson picked the second for some reason, threw it to center field, and Harrison waited a while to throw it home, and that allowed Joe Polk Jr. to score from second base, and Rubens now stands at third. So an 8-run lead now for the Bobcats. What should have been ball game on a wild pitch back in the bottom of the 5th. Bad base running read. And that just broke out the shutout. So the Bobcats now lead 9-1. Tyler Spencer, the hitter for the Tigers. He's 0 for 2 tonight with 2 flyouts. And Brody Sanford trying to get his team into the dugout with no more damage done. The Bobcats have scored in 4 straight innings. Good pitch there by Sanford, but it misses low. So 2 balls, no strikes here to Spencer. Sanford going to be throwing a fastball here. Two balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Here in the top half of the 6th inning. And that one misses low. So Sanford got to find the strike zone. So 3 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. The umpire says that one misses up. That's going to bring up Andrew Jordan, second baseman.
Second baseman number 12, Andrew Jordan.
Andrew Jordan 2 for 2 on the night. Has singled in both of his plate appearances. Here with 2 outs. Sanford throws the breaking ball for a strike. So no balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. That one fouled into the net. The leadoff man, Rod Page, stands on deck for the Tigers. This game was originally scheduled to be played at Hattiesburg High School, but with the weather, they had to move it to Sumral. Jordan fouls that one. Staying alive here with 2 strikes. And this one hit in the left. And Jordan's got a 3 for 3 tonight. That's going to extend the inning, bring the score to 9-2.
Left fielder Rod Page.
So 3 singles for Jordan. The Bobcats now have a 9-2 lead. And that one's going to be a wild pitch. So now the runners advance to second and third for Sanford. Page, the leadoff man, he is 0 for 1 tonight with a flyout and 2 walks. That breaking ball up. Hold for strike 1. And that's going to be strike 2. So that one fouled over into the dugout. Brings the count to 1-2 here with 2 outs. And that one fouled back into the net. Rod Page battling here against Sanford. So 1 ball and 2 strikes, 2 outs. And a swing and a miss. So Brody strikes him out. And we head to the bottom of the 6th. So Braylon Harrison set to lead things off here in the bottom of the 6th inning. The Bobcats with a 9-2 lead. 3 runs will win it via the 10-run rule if the Bobcats are able to squeeze 3 across. So Harrison, Smith, and Hessian all due up here for the Bobcats. Harrison with a quick 2 strikes on him now. The breaking ball is going to be flowing out to the second baseman for out number 1.
Right fielder number 1, Braden Smith.
So now Braden Smith steps up to the plate here with 1 out. Braden Smith and Turk Hessian. The next 2 due up. Smith takes that one for ball 1 up. And this one is hammered to left center, and it might have a chance. A great play by the center fielder in the left center field gap, and he catches it right on the wall for out number 2. So a quick 2 outs. But a great piece of hitting there.
Catcher number 2, Turk Hessian.
So now Turk Hessian steps up to the plate, and he hammers this one up the middle. That's going to be a 2-out single. I'll bring up Landon Hawkins, the third baseman.
Third baseman number 16, Landon Hawkins.
So Turk Hessian, a 2-out single. Great piece of hitting there, staying inside the ball, driving it up the middle. And now Landon Hawkins steps to the plate for the Bobcats, and he takes that one up high for ball 1. One ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Bobcats with a 9-2 lead. Now Hawkins stands in with a 2-0 count. And that one misses inside and brings the count to 3-0. So Will Rayner stands on deck. Three balls, 1 strike, and he misses away. That's going to be a 2-out walk there to Hawkins.
Left fielder number 9, Will Rayner.
So now the left fielder, Will Rayner, steps up to the plate. He led the game off back in the first with a double. Has been hitless since. He is 1 for 3 on the night with a walk and a double. This one off the hands. It's going to be flown out into the dugout. So Rayner now, no balls, 2 strikes. Here with 2 outs. Hayden Brown stands on deck for the Bobcats. That one misses low, but a good scoop there by the catcher. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Breaking ball misses low. And the count goes to 2-2. Bobcats have a 7-run lead here in the bottom of the 6th. That's going to be strike 3. And we head to the top of the 7th. Bobcats lead 9-2. So Ramarian Wilson set to lead things off here in the top of the 7th, and Braden Smith, the new pitcher on the mound for the Bobcats. And he starts him off with strike. Big swing and a miss there by Wilson. So no balls, 1 strike. Change up in the dirt. Misses for ball 1. So the Bobcats 3 outs away from going home victorious on a cold Tuesday night. Braden misses that one away for ball 2. And that one misses low and brings the count to 3-1 here to Ramarian Wilson. And that one is way out of here, and he throws the bat into the dugout. And Ramarian Wilson hits a home run. Don't know how that is legal. He tossed the bat all the way into the Bobcat dugout. But now, the Bobcats only have a 9-3 lead on the solo shot. Center fielder number 20, Tyler Weatherspoon. Weatherspoon fouls that one. Marion Wilson. We've talked about him all night. A very good first baseman for the Tigers. So athletic. He got every stitch of that one. Braden Smith finds the strike zone there. That's going to bring the count to 1-2. Wilson hit a home run in their last matchup against the Bobcats. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here to Weatherspoon. The Bobcats trying to go home victorious. The Tigers fighting for their life here in the 7th. Now a 3-2 count. Here to Weatherspoon. A 3-2 pitch fouled back to the third base dugout. So Weatherspoon staying alive. Smith. Fires one. I guess he calls it inside. I can't tell if it was inside or up. But that will be a walk to Weatherspoon and bring up DJ Johnson. Hessian blocks that one. Keeps it out in front. So number 5, DJ Johnson, steps up to the plate. Johnson's 0 for 3 tonight with 2 strikeouts. So now Johnson has 2 balls, no strikes. Braden Smith trying to find the strike zone. Weatherspoon stands at first. And this one thrown in the dirt, and it gets behind the catcher. And brings the count to 3-0. So Witherspoon advances to second on the wild pitch. So 3 balls, no strikes. Smith trying to win the game here for the Bobcats. And that one misses in for ball 4. So back-to-back walks after giving up a home run. That's going to be the night for Braden. So now Johnson stands at first. Witherspoon at second. Polk heads to the plate. He's got a hit tonight. He's 1 for 2 with a walk and a strikeout. He singled in his last at-bat over in the 4-hole. Braden Smith started this inning home run and then back-to-back walks. He is trying to get a groove here in the 7th. A good start. So 1 ball, no strikes, no outs. Bobcats need a double play or something. And he does go. That brings the count to 1-1. So Joe Polk stands down with a 1-1 count. Smith called a break there. Looked like he was trying to get out the way, but accidentally almost swung. And they say he went around enough to call it a strike. Two balls, 1 strike. Polk steps in the box. Here, 2 balls, 1 strike, no outs. Top of the 7th, and he fouls this one off. That's going to be the 2nd strike here to Polk. No outs. You feel the momentum of this game. Hattiesburg showing a little life in the dugout, and it's kind of elevated the play here of this Hattiesburg team. And this one's going to be hit straight back to Smith. He's going to throw it to first for out number 1. Good play by Smith, a good pitch.
Right fielder number 8, Quentin Rubin.
So after the fielder's choice, Hattiesburg now has runners at 2nd and 3rd for Quentin Rubin. Braden Smith working out of the windup now. See if he can get 2 quick outs and send everybody home. Smith misses the fastball inside. But he finds it there. That's what he's looking for. Right down Broadway on that fastball. That brings the count to 1-1 here with 1 out. Quentin Rubin watches that one in the dirt. Looks like a breaking ball. Here with a 6-run lead. The Bobcats just need 2 more outs. That's going to be strike. And a great pitch there by Braden Smith. Doesn't get the call. He gets back in the zone. He fouls that back into the net to bring the count to 3-2. Tough break there by Braden. Now Chancey Parham. Oh, Braden Smith picks to third. And they get him out. And a double play pickoff. And that's going to end the ball game. A great play there by Braden Smith. Picks the runner off at third. They get him in a rundown. Then they throw it to second and get him out there at second. So that's going to be your ball game, folks. The Bobcats win 9-3 here on the cold Tuesday night. This is Zane Berry, and we will see you Friday at South Jones.